That is for certain. Skill-wise at 7, Bunyoro's at 6. We're falling behind technologically in the two most important areas thanks to our Monarch, which is a crummy position to be in, really. Oh well. Have to do our best. That's probably the only place worth it. Out of curiosity, like, how do we only have 78%? Like, I guess it's just because, yeah, the Zambezi trade node can take from the Congo. Fair enough. And then there's the Great Lakes. Although, as a Canadian, I have something to say about that. I have something to say about that. They're disloyal estates in our country who want land, of course. Well. Very well, Mr. Clergy. You can have another province. Done. Alright. Well, considering we have the money, for no reason other than that, we're pretty much going to have to go with this. We'll take more olive armies. Just get our advisors going, get ourselves extra monarch points wherever we can. And really try and get that admin tech up to the point where we can colonize over the Great Lakes. And then we can conquer Bunyoro. That'll be the first step in our conquest. We push up through here. It'll be worth it. There's also the possibility we might want some forts. There isn't many good places to build temples. Part of the problem, really. I mean, plus 0.13 there is pretty good, so we'll take it. I mean, every hint we can get is not bad. Alright. You discovered Ethiopia. I indeed have. I indeed have. You can start seeing what's going on up here. Alright. I mean, if I'm really want to pay the price... Try a trade conflict. I must have trade power on a trade node where you have 20% of the power. Or 10% of the power. And do I not in the Great Lakes? Good. Then, do not meddle in the affairs of the clergy. So we might still just be able to force a trade conflict with Bunyoro, despite the separation. If I can sort of break them apart into more manageable chunks and conquer that over time later, that'd be the right thing to do. Ignore them. So yeah, justifying the trade conflict would be not terrible. Yeah. 9.28. There we are. Bunyoro must have trade power in a trade node where you have at least 10% of the power. I mean... that pretty much fits, doesn't it? Yeah, we should also send a merchant here. There we are. Yeah, I figured as much, because I thought that was supposed to be 20. And it appears I'm correct. They didn't I thought they just changed it, but it turns out, no, that's a bug. For some reason it displays 10 instead of 20. Good. So we now have reason to declare war here. Not terrible. It will work. Good. Bunyoro, as we learned, is not particularly strong. Right now they have less than half of our manpower and a force limit of 10, with no allies to back them up. As far as I can tell, this should be a cakewalk. I mean, there's blockade ports, which that's just never going to happen either way, so whatever works. Yeah, Yeah, they don't have it even all poured yet, so forcing some breakups around here might still be quite easy enough to do. Unfortunately, it appears the Banyoro army bests me this time. Well, we will come back, and in greater numbers. Regather our strength. Why do we take a loan? God damn it. Oh well, whatever. We'll deal with it. Oh yeah. Come on. This time we got the win right. How? Oh yeah, they have the advantage in the military techs, don't they? I see their game. Local manpower modifier. If they have the advantage in the military tech, then we need the defensive advantage. We'll attack from another angle. This should give us hills and a river crossing, which should be more than enough. Alright. We only need now at this point to buy time until we can get the correct diplomatic, or the correct military tech to match them. And we'll wait here for full reinforcement, of course. Let's be prepped here. Might have a tech. Right, surprise natives, forgot about those. There we are. Here's a good place. Hold on. I'm kind of concerned they're gonna pull something. No? Good. Alright, because unfortunately this place is Great Lakes tradition +1. They have good way to harm us here. It may be best to simply back off. Yeah. This is the time to back off with. Without question. It's only a matter of time before we match them in technology. We need July 1503, so 18 months. Given that time, it shouldn't be too hard. Yeah. This is both a cavalry and a tactics tech, along with a lot of infantry shock and fire, so this Tech 6 is important. I didn't notice the difference, and I'm paying for that. But that's okay. We haven't lost. This is a minor setback. And I have a feeling that it shouldn't be too hard. If I can find some way to actually get past them, can hit them in their capital. Might be a not terrible idea, but I'd rather save up my manpower for that. Alright. So, here it comes. We now have the Arquebus. And now would also be a terrible time to do this, but land theft. Side with the nobility. Let's see. Two red cavalry. Hold the line here until we can reinforce our morale. Hills. Hills. I mean, I'm just... You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to go direct to their freaking... capital. If I take this here, I can send the proper message of who's in control of this war. And that is us. Get a leader. Apparently we also lost our leader. At some point. Damn. Oh well, it's okay. We'll cut through their capital. No problem. Also repair loan. Alright. Good. And a proper leader, perhaps? Well, it's something. Now, the trap is set. And, well, I guess we're just going. I mean, I'm not sure what happened here. This one we should have won. This one, I'm pretty confident in saying we should have bloody won. I really think we should have won that. I'm not sure what caused us not to win that. I'm really having some problems with this, apparently. Yeah. Attacker can't demand that with the trade conflict. I know. Really? I can't demand releasing nations? I thought they only removed the ability to take that. Well, either way, make the move around. Yeah, the AI isn't going to cross the uncolonized zone. Well, I thought I could still demand releases, which is what I was going for with this. But apparently not. So since I can make absolutely no change to the state of their nation, we'll take their money. Was not worth it, unfortunately. I made an error in judgment. That said, it is indeed about time for us to probably get exploration ideas. Oh well. My initial attempts at breaking them up were unsuccessful. We'll go with native coexistence, so we don't have to garrison troops, because holy crap, Africa is hardcore, and has natives everywhere. So, we'll have to work with this. Yeah. Disloyal estates in the country. I'm sure. Let's make a generous donation to the clergy, keep that in line. War exhaustion is going down. And, yeah, our general expenditures are dropping, so I think what we can do is kick you out, bring you in. Okay. So, we're entering into an alliance with these two, which will be very beneficial if we want to go against Kilwa. For anything. Although, that said, that alliance with this guy might not have been the right idea. Yeah, I think that was a mistake. Because we're going to have to push our way through and more colonize here, perhaps. That would also get us away. Yeah. It's probably going to be a while before we're at that point anyway. Too few rivals. Yeah. There we are. Alright. 35 ducats. Perfect. Yeah, we're basically breaking even now. And if I reduce our inflation, I'm sure that'll help a lot. There. We also have that loan, which we're working with. There. Break even. Everything's happy. And the colony continues to grow. Alright. Not bad. Their influence is now reduced. Good. And these guys are still loyal to us for a little while, which will reduce our expenditure. Like I said, probably should just reduce inflation again. Good. Keep that. And, well, the initial attack into the red guys did not work well. The tribes are best ruled themselves. 15 autonomy for a bunch of people is a minor issue. In the front of one stability. Play the long game. There we are. Next up, I'm going to want to be settling in here. This is European, isn't it? That could work in our favor, then. Alright. So. Yeah. Last time, Banyoro and I went toe-to-toe, didn't end so well. Not that I had much to do with them. Which kind of made things complicated, but oh well. Reduce trade investment. So this is a problem. It would be unwise for me to advance here without advancing here and here as well, so I can't do as much as I'd like. I have to slow down a little bit and try and focus on some catch-up. Slow down just a bit. Yeah, so we still have one territory. We've maxed out on the number of states we can have, so we're stuck like this for a little while. At least until we get to Renaissance Thought at Tech 7. At Tech 7, then we can, you know, do the economic ideas and reform the government, gaining us an extra 5. An extra 5 lovely things. Reform the government, yeah, feudal monarchy, which will get us an extra 5 states. Until then, everywhere we conquer is going to be kind of crummy. Distant overseas, in effect. Yeah. Alright, no, we don't need the realm marriages. We're fine. Nude alone, yeah. Know what we want to be doing, but again, we don't really need army maintenance, so let's drop that. And instead try and focus on gathering more money. And all that jazz. Perfect. We're pretty good. And we accumulate power. Your former died. Hire a new one. Try to change things. Can I potentially offer you vassalization? Congolese. Apparently my economic base is terrible here compared to these guys, or something. I'm still not entirely certain how. Rukwa has begun producing gold. Oh my. Well, suddenly that changes things, doesn't it? With a gold province under my belt, that'll make things a lot easier. Unfortunately, 75% autonomy in the area. Damn. Yeah, that's a tricksy one. I think ideally here what I need to do is actually abandon the state. Reclaim that from the nobility, give them something else here. Because this area here is a single province. So we'll definitely have to give Rawa a statehood and leave Ndongo without. I think that's probably the best thing to do. Yeah. Because then by doing that, we also can put this stuff into the states as well. Which would be good. Alright. So, with our vast reserve of cash and our ever-growing force limit, they're still at 6. We could go again. And it may be advisable to do so. Alright. Come on now. Gather yourselves. Alright. Good, the Queen Zodi took over, who's much more balanced. We can implement religious sacrifices, and everybody is happy. Yay! Conquer Ruguru. Yep. pretty much what we've been trying for a while. It's probably also about time, since we have cash reserves, to rearm the military, repay our loan. Good. With 12,000 to burn, and Bunyoro having about the same manpower, but half our troops, we should have no problem winning. Should. Unfortunately, we don't have a full 10 favors with everybody yet. I'm trying. Because, I mean, that would be really useful to call them in.